Hello and welcome to TomBob Outdoors Friends in Wild Places. On this week's show, we hook up with a local resident here in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, Bob Shields. A couple years ago, he was lucky enough to draw an elk tag in the general raffle from the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Bob, being a local guy, he knew the elk herd and had a lot of friends in the area. So he gathered up his posse, grabbed some friends, they started knocking on doors, contacted Mill Yoder to video it, and put his own little deal together. I really hope you enjoy this adventure this week. Let's see how Bob makes out in the Pennsylvania elk woods.
I like walking on the wild side, wide open every time, letting it fly. You can find me high on the mountaintop, floating down a river rock, living for the ride. If you really want room to run, I'll show you where to get it done. Step off the back porch, jump across the fence, don't let the barbed wire catch you in the pants. I'll be waiting in the bottom by the TomBob Creek. Come on, take a walk on the wild side with me.
Several years ago, the Pennsylvania Game Commission moved their elk tag drawing from their headquarters in Harrisburg to the Keystone Elk Country Alliance located in Benezet. It has become a weekend-long event with numerous vendors, with the highlight of the weekend becoming the elk tag drawing itself, especially a bull tag.
Here we go. Look at these nice young Bob Shields in St. Mary's. Bob Shields, is he here? Where's he at? Bob Shields. I'll tell you what, right here in St. Mary's got a bull tag.
Well, congratulations to Bob. He noticed that he was getting numerous calls from there in a relatively short amount of time, so he thought, boy, I hope nothing is wrong. So he called them back, and his response was, well, you ask Bob or Amy about his response. Well, Bob had some homework to do. He had to get out and find some bulls and hopefully find the one that he wanted to put his tag on. The hunt usually took place the first part of November, and oftentimes those bulls would be in between the rutting area and their summer range. The thing he had to do was locate them and start knocking on doors and getting permission from the people to hunt on their property, which he did a great job at. Spring Run took up a big portion of Unit 2, the tag that he had drawn. Luckily for Bob, this is where he grew up and he knew a lot of people. Well, Saturday before the hunt, people came together there at Brady Sheckengoff's camp, which served as a hunt headquarters. People getting to meet each other and make plans for the coming several days. Let's just revisit that for a little bit.
I can edit that out. What was that? Well,
Well, everybody dispersed from there, went who knows how many different directions. Brady and I are on the reclaim. Bob's way over on the other hill, checking out the reclaim that we can't see. And here's where I smelled some bulls the morning before the hunt. We even had some undercover scouts out there looking for us.
Wait to see what we see tonight, because this morning I didn't see anything, so we'll get a call. I'll get a hauler into Chappelle somehow.
Okay. Well, I think you're going to be down to camp tonight.
Yeah, we're going to be down to Brady's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and then
they'll send somebody down to talk to you.
Okay.
So we know.
yeah, my father-in-law said if they don't, he'll go down and talk to
Okay.
Dawn.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. I'll probably see you in the morning. I'm going to check our fields and then go somewhere else.
Yeah, if you see them, put them in that corral for me. All right.
Stick with us. We'll be right back with more Friends in Wild Places.
Introducing the most unique fishing lure on the market today, the TomBob lure with scent fusion. What is scent fusion? Well, it's a proprietary process in which we infuse every microscopic pore of the lure with a fish attractant that makes it smell and taste just like live bait. This lure stinks. What does it look like? Success. You need this in your tackle box. Time after time, cast after cast. TomBob Outdoors. Check us out on the web at tomboboutdoors.com.
Welcome to Friends in Wild Places.
The Keystone Elk Country Alliance, combining an entertaining and educational experience with family fun. The leader in conservation education, improving habitat projects for elk and other wildlife in Pennsylvania's elk country. In the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, the Keystone Elk Country Alliance, located at the Elk Country Visitor Center. To learn more, visit experienceelkcountry.com.
Welcome back to TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places. This is the evening before the hunt. Have people in different locations throughout spring run. It's late afternoon and he's still out checking and rechecking different areas. Other people are doing the same thing. Everybody out looking for a bull for Bob to put his tag on. It's the morning of the first day and Bob is up and ready to go before his alarm clock even goes off. After a quick breakfast and a short drive, he parked the truck at the gate and cut the engine. He chatted briefly with his sons and took some time to read a note someone gave him the night before.
Mine area in the following location. We had just passed the Smith Hill intersection and headed toward Joe Dill's old place. I had seen an elk out there, and I had seen elk out there on several occasions, driving past, looking over to the beaver dams, way back to the edge of the reclamation. There was one lone elk. I got my binoculars out, and it's a very visible rocking chair rack. And George put 5x5 or better because he's 90. Exact location would be immediately east of the old Denison Cemetery, which I don't know where the hell that is. I think it is in Heigl's land, but maybe Game Commission. That's a pretty cool note to have to keep.
Yeah. In the pre-dawn darkness, the small group began their approximately quarter-mile walk to the reclaim where they hoped the bulls would be. They paused often to listen for any elk sounds, checking the wind, checked on legal shooting time, moving quietly forward through the frosted leaves scattered on the old road. The air was very still and sound carried very well. With the eastern sky announcing sunrise, they knew that the elk would be in the shadows below the tree line, making them harder to pick out. The hunters themselves would be exposed the last few hundred yards. Movement was critical. Would the bulls be there? Would they be out in the reclaim? Or would they be up in close to the tree line? Each step brought them closer to the answer.
Yeah, there's nothing in the field. Nothing I can see, but you can't see anything down on the bottom end.
They couldn't see all of the reclaim, so they would move slowly forward, stop, and look through the leafless trees at the part of the reclaim that they could see. If no elk were spotted, they moved slowly forward again. This was repeated numerous times. They didn't want to round that last turn in the road too early. Some elk are spotted. Now they need to move their way closer and see if there's any bulls in the group.
I can't tell how big it is.
A slight bend in the road ahead of Bob created just a little bit more cover, so Bob moved everyone to the left-hand side of the road and moved slowly forward. With the bull being right at the edge of the trees and still in the shadows, it's difficult to get a good look at his antlers. The camera had pretty good light gathering ability, so we zoomed in on the bull to see if that would help. But it's still difficult to see. Stay with us. We'll be right back and see if Bob can punch his tag on this bull elk hunt, right here on Friends in Wild Places.
From medical industry projects to the home project, powder metal affects literally every area of your life. It also affects the adrenaline projects. We supply the component part. You bring it to life. Continuous metal technology.
Looking for a great getaway spot to disconnect from this? Filled with adventure and thrills everywhere you look. Not to mention some of the most breathtaking scenery in our nation. Come relax and unwind with us at the Lakeview Store Cabins and RV Camping, located across from the Cinnamahoning State Park, smack dab in the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, where you can stargaze here, kayak down there, visit the pristine state parks over there, jump on a horse and wagon ride in elk country, wet a line right here, and see all kinds of wildlife in between. Or just kick back and read a book fireside. It's all right here. Handy to Lakeview Store, Cabin Rentals, and RV Camping. And don't forget to pick up your TomBob Outdoors and Kika Partners and Conservation logo wear while you're in our area. Give us a call at 814-647-8657 and be sure to like us on Facebook.
When it's time to perform, don't waste your opportunity. We are the science of performance. You won't truly understand ammo until you start making your own.
Ballistic Products, the science of performance.
Welcome back to TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places. The tag is drawn, the scouting's done, the rifle's sighted in. It's opening day of Pennsylvania elk season, and Bob Shields is closing in on his bull. Let's see if he can seal the deal.
Just ease it up through there and just get on this close. I would get up to this little point here. Yeah.
This bull was oh so close to getting away, Bob could be running out of time. So, in an attempt to get as good a look as possible, he sits down, flips out the bipods on his gun, gets a good rest, and looks through the scope again. Thankfully, the bull stays put and gives Bob just a little more time. But there's another problem. There's limbs in the way and Bob needs to reposition.
Maybe go to the right and go up farther. You gotta try and take him from here. Think of trying. A little bit, because I gotta. He's coming this way.
If you listen closely, you'll be able to tell when Bob's getting ready to shoot. Safety clicks off, he holds his breath, and he slowly squeezes the trigger.
Down for sure.
His head's up yet. His head's up, man. Now he rolled.
Yeah, he just fell over.
Yeah, I heard him. He pumped up.
As the excited hunting party makes their way to the downed bull, friends and family who were in the area and heard the shot are already on the way. All of them hoping to see the bull, congratulate Bob, and help in any way possible.
What do we do? Shoot it again?
I don't know. I'd say he's done though, but still. I think he'll wait.
Nah, he's doomed. What do you think, Mel?
I don't know, dude.
That's good bull.
That's a good bull.
That's a dandy. He's better than that one.
Yep.
Way better. This is a hell of a nice bull.
Around the other side.
It's okay.
It wasn't long till there was a rather large group of people there wanting to see the bull. Each time someone else showed up, there were more pictures to be taken, more handshakes, more congratulations, more backslapping, and the story was told again.
Now it was before we get anybody else around here, it was 550 yards, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, easy.
At least. From there to here and back, it was at least.
Selfies.
Bigger than your bull you shot in.
Oh my God. The one in the front yard, in the front room? Yeah, take a picture and send it to Mom.
We'll be right back with the exciting conclusion of Bob Shields' Pennsylvania bull elk hunt, right here on Friends in Wild Places.
Introducing the most unique fishing lure on the market today, the TomBob lure with Scent Fusion. What is Scent Fusion? Well, it's a proprietary process in which we infuse every microscopic pore of the lure with a fish attractant that makes it smell and taste just like live bait. This lure stinks. What does it look like? Success. You need this in your tackle box. Time after time, cast after cast. TomBob Outdoors. Check us out on the web at tomboboutdoors.com.
Welcome to Friends in Wild Places.
The Keystone Elk Country Alliance, combining an entertaining and educational experience with family fun. The leader in conservation education, improving habitat projects for elk and other wildlife in Pennsylvania's elk country. In the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, the Keystone Elk Country Alliance, located at the Elk Country Visitor Center. To learn more, visit experienceelkcountry.com.
Smile.
He's just trying to breathe.
I know. I can't send anything. I took it a lot.
You know, you think about it, it was so cool coming up that road.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you were filming, you gave me the range, 330. I couldn't shoot because all the limbs.
In that tree.
So I moved over this way. Then he moved, so I had to move back. And I found the window. There was only
I was running around behind you.
There was a small window. It wasn't very big.
No.
And he stopped. And I sat there and I put it right on him. Boom. And I saw him hump up in the air.
Yeah.
Did you get that when he jumped?
Pretty sure I want to go back and double check.
Those guys that had their heart set on helping drag the bull out, well, sorry, I guess they were disappointed. The bull was on private property and Bob actually had permission to bring a four-wheeler in, and that made the drag out a whole lot easier. Well, after some more congratulations and storytelling, this whole train went to the check-in station and made it all legal-like. Bob's bull was the first bull brought in, and as you can see, it's a pretty popular event. Some people come to just spend the day, chat with friends, and grab a bite to eat and watch the whole check-in process. The elk are weighed, blood and tissue samples are taken, a tooth is pulled to check the age, And you can even have your bull scored if you want.
Ray was watching it. We sat on him for an hour and a half this morning.
Is that a
Bob.
He's right
Bob.
Bob. Yes.
Very symmetrical. Yeah.
349. Well, the bull's checked in, and now it's back to Brady Schreckengoss camp to get the bull taken care of, get him ready for the meat processor. Bob's wife Amy meets him there. Of course, he had to tell the story again. But you know, this hunt was much more than just harvesting an elk. Yes, that was the goal, but it was more than that. It was about friends and family who love the outdoors and each other coming together and experiencing the hunt. Yeah, we shared lots of laughs and good food, good-natured ribbings, and time spent in the outdoors. And you know, it was good. Thanks, Bob, and the whole Shields family and the whole gang for allowing me to be part of your hunt. It truly was a blessing. That does it for this episode of TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places.
From medical industry projects to the home project, powder metal affects literally every area of your life. It also affects the adrenaline projects. We supply the component part. You bring it to life. Continuous metal technology.
Oh, the people at Continuous Metal Technology.
Yo, working with the folks at Ballistic Products.
They do all kinds of checks to make sure ITX is the best product.
And then they rely on us to do the final check.
Images like these can make us feel powerless, but know there are people making a difference. Your gift of money and prayers are what they need to make a big impact on the lives of others. We provide to existing missions already established to feed, clothe, teach, and love the poorest of the poor and marginalized. Give to Cross Catholic now by calling or visit us on the web. God bless.
Visit shop.tomboboutdoors.com for the best deals on all of your favorite TomBob Outdoors products. Check out everything from the TomBob lure with scent fusion technology to CTX and ITX projectiles, TomBob and CMT logo wear, and even the TomBob earrings. All this at one convenient location, shop.tomboboutdoors.com. And don't forget to watch Friends in Wild Places Adventure Series on your favorite cable network.